Hashtag Garden Tour Club. Collaboration hosted by Gil Southern Living with giveaways at the end of every month. Check the description for the playlist, comment on every video, like, subscribe if you like, and you will be entered into the drawing for the prizes. Hey everyone, Adrienne here, Indiana Backyard Gardener. I am here to do a small garden tour and to show you guys what I got in the mail. Stay tuned. So this came today. This is from Stark Brothers. I shared the link last week. They had a sale, free shipping. I love a good sale. So this was a peach tree. I got a peach tree from Stark Brothers. So I will be planting that very soon. Not this video, but maybe the next one. But I'm excited about that. Okay, so I guess we'll start here in the front of the house. I've only got a few things going on. The other day I did plant out, Zeke's chasing a butterfly. How cute. So anyway, I did plant out a bunch of seed, like wild seed, like hummingbird and pollinator blend or something like that. So I went to like all my trees and I just kind of sprinkled them around, and I went to each tree, all three of the trees here, the big trees. I did not sprinkle any there, but I did sprinkle some here in the front. I don't know what this is. I did sprinkle some here in the front. This here is chickweed, if you don't know what that is. It's chickweed. So that's new this year. I don't remember seeing chickweed here in previous years. But anyway, I sprinkled out a bunch of seed all in there. Over here I have zinnias in this pot, and it looks like they're coming up. Finally. I don't have good luck with zinnias. I don't know why. Oh, look at that guy. Alright, so let's go this way. This is the front here. I keep going back and forth about whether or not I want to use these barrels or just keep them in the pots. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to put the pots inside the barrels and then fill in the around the empty space with wood chips. And the goal with doing that is to preserve moisture, because you know, container plants, they just dry out so quickly. All right, over here, so I have a bird feeder, and in my bird feeder is the black oil seed, I can't even say it right, the black sunflower seeds. So needless to say, they have reseeded all in here, and I am going to have some sunflower patches. I think there was a couple on this side too. So that's cool. I got these little pots here that I put together. It has been raining the last 2 days, and I was hoping that these would open by now, but I had also stuck some nasturtium seeds in there, but I don't remember where exactly. So, but I don't see them popping up just yet. All right, so let's go take a look at the garden. All right, let's take a look at this garden. Let me show you what I did with that little GARDENJOY weed whacker, okay? I mean, I was so overwhelmed with the weeds in the garden. You guys saw that in my last video. So I was really feeling defeated by the weeds, okay? But I got out here with that little weed whacker that they sent me. And that thing, I'm telling you guys, that thing took care of business. So let me show you. So now I have done all of the weeds in here. And I put down this tarp because I'm gonna kill everything there. And then after about a week, maybe even 2 weeks, I will pull it up and put down cardboard and weed fabric. I was thinking about just leaving the tarp, but I'm on the fence about that. But yeah, so I got all of this done in here. I pulled out a bunch of wild lettuce that I saw growing, and I just replanted it over here. Sorry about my shadow. Let me get on this side. So I replanted it over here. And if you don't know anything about wild lettuce, let me just show you something right here. You see that milky stuff there? That's what you want from the wild lettuce. So anyhow, I took all the seedlings that I could, and I replanted them over here just for the time being. And I also saw some others growing, so I was like, oh, okay. But needless to say, I will be doing something with the wild lettuce this year. It is great for a painkiller, a pain relief, a natural pain relief, but you have to be very careful with it. Very careful. But we'll do another video on that. Anyway, let's see. I just want to show you guys what a great job that little weed eater did. So I got all of this done. All of this. I didn't want to go too far in there with the weed whacker. I'll probably just do that by hand, because look at how beautiful my comfrey is flowering in here. And it looks amazing. Thank you to Lisa and Charlie at Our Georgia Suburban Homestead. They sent me a cutting of comfrey, which was probably, I want to say it was probably about this big when I got it. And look at it now. It's loving where it's at. And that's going to be comfrey corner. All right, I got all in here, some of the stuff. Those are like onions and stuff that it was growing in there for like 2 or 3 years. And I just let it grow back every year, but now I just chopped it down. Over here, there's the lavender, lemon balm, parsley, this corner needs to be decluttered. I should join the declutter challenge and put that corner on the declutter challenge. But yeah, look at this. It's like, what a difference. This, I had this piece of cardboard on top of here because I didn't want this to get full of water, but it doesn't look like it did, so that's good. This is a cart full of wood chips that I was using to mulch with. All right, so let me start with these little buckets I got. All right, so this is Be It Alpha. This is the Be It Alpha cucumber. It is the type of cucumber that you can grow in a greenhouse, meaning that it doesn't necessarily need pollinators for it to grow cucumbers. So this is one of those cucumbers, but we're gonna have it outside. There's 2 seedlings here. This one, I don't know if this one's gonna make it, but I didn't want to bother it, so I just let it. Oh, I don't know why I just did that, but I just let it be. If it makes it, it makes it. If not, then whatever. So that's the Be It Alpha. This over here is yellow squash. I want to say straight neck squash, yellow straight neck. And then I also put some bush beans in each one of these. Each one of these has bush beans in it. I want to say tenderette bush beans. This here is a white Crenshaw melon. That is also a white Crenshaw melon. Okay, you guys already seen this bed, but I did put in all of the rows that are in between the lettuces and spinaches and whatnot. I put rows of beans, bush beans. So those bush beans will come up shortly. And are those sunflowers? They look a whole lot like sunflowers, but I did not plant sunflowers in this bed. I'm pretty sure that I put chard down the middle, but I'm looking at that like it's sunflowers. Anyway, so I put in the corner there, I stuck a start of collard greens because I didn't have anywhere else to stick it. So I stuck it there. And I also stuck in, like I said, all the bush beans. Over here on this, in this corner right here, like along this way, I put some chamomile in here. So hopefully that comes up. Kind of like in all the bare spots. Oh, this is a weed. These are weeds. Hang on while I take care of some business here. Look at that root. My goodness. Yeah, those gotta come out. Those are thistles. And I don't want them in my garden. So yeah, that's some lettuces and stuff. The germination was not all that great, as you can see, because this whole row here was the salvia, which is the red lettuce, and you see that the whole rest of the row is blank. So I went ahead and planted beans in there to finish out the row. And these look like volunteer tomatoes that are coming up. I'm gonna leave them. They're probably my, here's another volunteer tomato. They were the Mountain Spring tomatoes from last year that grew right here, and they were phenomenal. So I am not even mad about it. All right, so this is a ruby red Swiss chard. All right, over here, look at this, guys. I got this bed mulched, and I put some more stuff in here. Nice marigold there. In that corner is cilantro. Put some cilantro like in an L there. That's a very small collard start. You guys can see that. Collards. Most of this is all collards and spinach. So collards, spinach. Look at the spinach trying to go to seed already. I'm just gonna pinch these off. This little bitty one here too. So spinach, marigolds. This is ruby red, Swiss chard. Ruby red there. Spinach. Back there is ruby red and peas. More collards. I did put in between here. Here's another marigold. So these are Sweet 100 cherry tomatoes. And in between them two is purple basil. Down this row is lettuce leaf basil. And down this row is also lettuce leaf basil. So I've got lettuce leaf basil and the purple basil in there. This is collards, another sunflower. collards. These tender, young and tender collards, I could just eat these just like this. They're so good. Okay, so in the back, behind these mustards, which I'm about to harvest, behind the mustards here, like right back in here, is dill. I think I planted something in between here. It was probably bush beans. I think I put bush beans in between there. Over here, this corner is doing pretty well. We got the red mustards here. That is a 1,000 head kale. 1,000 head kale. This is 1,000 head kale. This is another sunflower. This, I believe, is my mammoth sunflower here. And then I also threw down some more mammoth sunflowers because I only saw one come up. So this is also a 1,000 head kale. I'm trying to keep the 1,000 head kale in this corner because it gets super big. I threw some garlic in here, and somewhere around here I threw some garlic in. And then around the backside here, I put holy basil. And then here, I put something else. What was it? Oh no, I don't remember what it was. Something along this way. I planted something along this way, and I don't remember what. Oh, calendula. Calendula in here. And then the holy basil along the backside. So I did throw a lot of flower seed around. I'm pretty sure I put some calendula in some other places too. In the front here, I have I think some more garlic too in the front of the mustard. This is a pot with a lemon balm that I saved out of that whole big mess that was right there that I needed to move. I just dug out the big ball and saved that. So I don't know, I might just move it to the back with the rest of the lemon balm. Yeah, so all right, so that is what's inside right now. And then over here, let me show you what this is, really, but it's actually something. So this bucket has been here for a long time, and it collects rain and it fills up. But I also throw weeds in there because at a moment's notice, I will take water out of there and, you know, dump it on my plants. So it's essentially, it's a liquid fertilizer. So what I did was, these were kale that I had grown in that middle patch that I had right there from like the time that I planted that middle patch, which was probably like 3 years ago. So this kale is like 3-year-old kale, and the roots on it, I mean, it's amazing. Like, they're like trees. They're like kale trees. Look at the roots on them. Okay, so I didn't want to get rid of them. I didn't want to get rid of them, so I just threw them in that bucket. I don't know, we'll see. If they make it, if they thrive, then I'll leave them there for a while. And then I'll find them another home, I guess. I don't know. So I got flowers here that need to be planted. All here. I was planting flowers and stuff, and then it started raining. So look at those little beauties right there. Those are adorable. And they close up when the sun goes down. They close up and they look so cute. And I don't know, are those Shasta daisies? Those aren't Shasta daisies, are they? I don't even remember what they are. I don't even remember. I thought I planted the Shasta daisies right there, but they don't look like Shasta daisies. I don't know. I'm not sure what those are. I threw in a lot of seed. I know I put some Sweet Williams in here. some other stuff in here. I know I threw zinnias in here. I probably put some sunflowers in here. Along the fence line is what I'm saying. Like all along this fence line, I put flower seeds. So hopefully they'll come up soon. That one was like a mix. You can see the little package sticking out there. That was a mix, and it says "We Bloom Again." So it was probably a perennial mix. It was very little seed, not very many. And I just kind of sprinkled them in there. So hopefully they come up. The blackberry is trying to touch the ground. So I need to get a couple buckets over here to propagate those. This one over here I have propagated. Not this thing sticking straight up. But in the back there, you can see it's kind of connected from the pot going up like towards the fence. So it goes and it curves around and then it goes right back to the plant. So I went ahead and put that in some dirt, and I'm gonna wait at least another 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna clip it from the mother plant. Hopefully it will have propagated itself. That is raspberry, I believe. This one was a raspberry. Was it a raspberry? I don't remember what it was. I think it was a raspberry. This one I definitely know is a golden raspberry. So I moved that one from over there by the elderberry and put it here. This blackberry is dead and it needs to come out. I still haven't gotten it out. This little section right here, this little like L on this corner, I put some like nasturtiums in there. Sunflower seed. Just I sprinkled in like whatever I could sprinkle in, and I'm really hoping that I get some flowers in here on this little corner here because it's bare. All right, so over here, this is another wild lettuce. I don't think I'm gonna save these ones because I have enough, I think. I also have wild lettuce growing in these pots, which is pretty big, and I think I'm pretty satisfied with as many as I have right now, so I don't think I need those. Anyway, these were the beds that I got from my husband. I believe they were for my birthday last year, but my birthday was in September, so I didn't use them till now. Now you can definitely attach these as one big huge bed, which is what they show it as on the picture, but I told them to go ahead and do 2 beds for me. But unfortunately, like they do with these things, they sent too many screws and not enough of these wing nuts. So he's got to get a pack of wing nuts to finish putting that one together. But this is where I believe I'm going to have these beds set up. Right out here. So I do have some type of like fencing that I'm going to put around it. So yeah. Raspberries. These are all raspberries. You can see they're all running. They're all over the place. I've showed that before. But look at this. Look at these little blooms. We're going to have a ton of raspberries. And there's tons of pollinators in here too. So I'm not going to bother it too much. And then there were strawberries that crept out too. Like here are some strawberry plants, runners. These are strawberry runners here. But what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to weed whack all of this out of here. I'll probably pull out the raspberries because otherwise they'll just come back. And I'll just weed whack the strawberries down. I don't, I have a patch of strawberries. I don't need these extra ones out here. I mean, the more strawberries the better, but hey. Ooh, that's a big old bee over there. He is big. Oh my gosh, look how big this guy is. Whoa, he is big. Do you see that guy? Oh my gosh, he is huge. That is probably the biggest bumble I have ever seen. And he is working. Look at that guy. Whoo, he's big. He's very handsome. Look at that guy. He is handsome. Look at you. You get it. You get it. You get it. Handsome. Okay. This one has bloomed. And it's so fragrant when it starts to get like, you know, summertime. I really need to prune it though. Like, it's out of control, crazy. I really need to do better with keeping things neat. That is a tree that's gonna come out. Squirrels have planted it. All right, so over here, these are the elderberries, looking nice and healthy. Down in there, you can see Mr. Fig is doing just fine. Yep. So these are 2 empty buckets I'm gonna end up using. I gotta get in here and weed out. So that is the nectarine over there. Nectarine here. For the most part, it looks pretty healthy. I threw some fertilizer down there in the beginning of the spring. This, like I said, I'm not sure if this is an actual pear or if this is a Bradford pear. So I don't see any thorns on it. And I think, don't Bradford pears have thorns on the branches? Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any thorns on the branches, but I mean, it looks pretty healthy. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. So the spot for the peach tree is going to be right over here. I'm guessing like right here. So there's the pear and the nectarine, and then the peach will go like right here. So it'll be the same, if not a little bit farther in distance from each other. And it definitely gets enough sun, so I'm not worried about that. Let's go around this backside. I need to get all of this cleaned up. My goodness. So yeah, this is just a hot mess over here. But I had ran out of battery finally. I did that whole area and the outside along the fence before actually the battery did not run out. It started raining. But I know that the battery's got to be pretty low. So I won't attempt another project without first charging it. So look at this. We got more wild lettuce here that I don't need. Peas are looking really good. Look at how thick these stems are. Those look really, really healthy. Yes, they look really good. Peas over here too. These are all peas too. They look pretty good. I think I stuck some peas in the ground around here somewhere. I had seen them coming up. There's 2 of them, one there and then one over there. I stuck some sunflower seeds around here too, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were coming up, but I don't see any, so they should have been up by now. So I gotta get all in here too. The mullein is out of control. I've been whacking it down and it just keeps coming back even bigger. This side over here is just a hot mess. I haven't done anything. I did put, and you know what? My garlic had got wet. My husband took my garlic out and set it on the patio, and then it rained for like 2 days. And I didn't know that it was out there. So it got wet. I put it out, let it dry out. It was already sprouting. So I took the cloves that I thought, you know, were decent, and I planted 3 here and I planted 3 there. So in the middle here I'll probably do like peppers again, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I'm so like, oh, with this back here. There's a few peas in there. You can see them climbing up the trellis there. The rest of this stuff is all weeds. I got to get that stuff up out of here. Yep, mushrooms. And then over here, like, see this, all of this hole along the fence line here, I got that all weed whacked. So I was really, really glad for that. Now I need to hurry up and do something before it all grows back, because it has been raining, and it's going to rain again tomorrow. I need to get something down here to suppress all these weeds up, like right up against the garden fence. Over here I got to get this little corner too. So it's a work in progress. I still have a lot to accomplish, so I'm working on it, and that's it for right now. I am going to be doing some more planting today. I have more containers that I have compost in that I'm going to be putting tomatoes and peppers in, and some more of these marigolds, and probably putting more herbs in with those. But yeah, I have the Sugar Rush peach peppers that had germinated, so I got to get those planted. Tonight is going to be a little cool, so I'll probably not put those out tonight, but I think after tonight. All right guys, I lied. That's not it. I wanted to show you guys what I got done in the little bit of time that I was listening to Gail's live with Broken Hearts Ministry. I was out here, and I just wanted to show you the progress that I made here in this bed. So I've had this bed covered for like 2 seasons, and I finally took, you know, the debris that I had piled up on there off. I put some more cardboard down. Then I put used soil I dumped out of all my pots before I went to the compost bin. Before I went to the compost site, I dumped out all my pots onto here. But what I wanted to show you was my wood chip pile. It has broken down so much. I think it's about 2 years old, but it has broken down so much that it's nearly dirt. And I am so pleased with the wood chip pile. It's not all the way broken down, but I believe it is broken down enough to where I can combine it with my compost that I got and plant in it, much like the Back to Eden garden. So with the Back to Eden garden, you lay down your cardboard, and then you pile on your wood chips, and then you're supposed to be able to plant in that, you know, right away. Well, these wood chips are 2 years old, so there's plenty of worms in there. This white stuff the fungi, it's all in the wood chips. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So that is alive, you guys. That's alive. So what I want to do is I piled up the wood chips, and then in the spaces where I planted, I put like big handfuls of compost there. And then I planted the seedling, and then I put more compost on top of the seedling, and then I covered it with wood chips. So basically it's a mound of wood chips with compost in the planting hole. So we're gonna see how well this stuff does. This here is watermelon, and I did not want to disturb the roots, so I just planted it 2 plants just as it is. And whichever one makes it. If they both make it, then that's great. And then I transplanted some oregano from my swimming pool garden. And because I know that oregano is one of the things that will deter pests. So I put that in there because I have zucchini here and zucchini here, along with the marigold and some more oregano. So I'm hoping this year that I can ward off the vine borers and be able to get some zucchini and squash this year. Over here I have 4 actually, 4 pickle bush plants. So those should bush out just like the zucchini should bush out, whereas the watermelon will grab hold to the fence and it can run along the fence. The rest of this stuff is bushy. And then I've got the supports in here early so that I don't disturb the roots later. Okay. And then over here on the end I have 2 cantaloupes. So we'll see how well it does. I actually didn't mound up the wood chips till the very end when I was getting the wood chips. See, I didn't fill up the first time. My nephew filled up for me, and I was just using it to mulch. But then just now I went to actually fill the bin up myself, and as I was shoveling, I could see all the worms. I could see how fluffy and loose the wood chips were, how it was pretty much like compost. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to plant in this instead. So I got used soil, topped off with compost, and then mulched with wood chips from the watermelon all the way to the pickle. But then I have on the end straight wood chips in a mound with just a planting hole full of the compost. So we're going to see if it takes off, if it fails, how it does, and if it makes a difference. But I have the rest of this area I can do, and then I've got all that bed down there that's empty too. So I'm trying to get this stuff done slowly but surely, but I was excited to be able to get this much done. And I'm also excited to be able to use those wood chips like that because they are beautiful wood chips. Over here I got these watermelons planted up. I probably showed you guys those already. So I got 2 watermelons here, 2 watermelons there, and then I've got 2 watermelons there. But I also have 2 watermelons left to plant. So those last 2 watermelons I will probably separate. I was trying not to disturb the root system because cucurbits, the family of like squash, cucumber, melons, they do not like their roots disturbed. And I left those in the little seedling trays a little bit too long. So they're kind of root bound a little bit. I didn't want to disturb the roots too much. So I just went ahead and planted them just as is. So we'll see. But that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna call it a day. I would love to keep going, but my back is starting to bother me. It is gonna rain tomorrow. I might come back out in a little while, but I'm gonna go in, probably get something to eat, wash my hands, maybe catch the end of Gail's live. And yeah, so thanks for coming along, guys. So that's it, guys. That's all that's going on. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. And until next time, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.